So Manhwa is about transmigration into novel world, where Kim Seon-woo was in a total shock when he saw the news that the S-rank magician Mr. Lee Seon-joo just died on a mission, and it's been broadcasting all over the news. He died due to dragon attack. He was beloved by the people of the Korea. So at this point, Kim Seon-woo is in a total confusion that what would happen, because this whole world is a novel world in whom he got somehow transmigrated, that he got isekai. But all he know is that Lee Seon-joo was the main character, the protagonist of this novel, and with his friends, he was so powerful that he defeated majority of the monster. Originally, Kim was just an extra in the novel, so he didn't interfere in the novel that much. So once novel is completed and MC has slain all the monster, he would return to his world. But what just happened? Dragon appeared and killed the main character, the protagonist of this world, Lee. And while all this was happening, Kim remembered something. When he was enjoying with his friends in a party, they were discussing about Manhwa. One of his friends asked what would happen if he were to transmigrate as an extra in a novel. Will he monopolize all the opportunity and gain all the power? Kim denied, like if he were to do so, the protagonist would die of that world and it will lead to destruction of that world. And as they were enjoying their party, Kim suddenly received a message from the S-rank magician author about congratulating him and giving him some special event travel pass. He was so excitedly happy for this, so he immediately clicked that voucher to claim it. The very next second, he got isekai and transmigrated to the novel world. So all of this was so unexpected for Kim, so he decided not to interfere in novel and he quietly lived in that world. And now at present, the TV suddenly became disrupted as the Kim approached to watch what happened in the television. He heard a loud noise from the background. As he approached at the window, he saw all the sky seems to be breaking, and when he saw out of the window, every people in the world started disappearing one by one. As it seems like Thanos has just clicked his finger and the all of the world is getting vanished. And as he see all of this, whole of the world is getting destructed. Suddenly a message pop-ups in front of Kim and it says that Mr. Lee, who is the protagonist of this world, just died and the scenario can't proceed. So all of this world is getting reset. And Kim thinks with this world dying, he will also die. But suddenly he opened his eyes in a bus and the bus driver is asking him to leave the bus. And so Kim asks for the apology for not listening to the driver and gets down from the bus. It was so bright outside that it seemed like it was morning and he was standing in front of the academy from which he had already graduated 7 years ago, and it was the Magician Academy of Korea in 2032. And now Kim knows that he has came back in the time, or the world itself is scheduled to start from the beginning, and there's an announcement on the speaker that every student has to come for the entrance ceremony. As he walks to there, he was getting very familiar deja vu as everything was happening just like it had happened in his previous life in this novel. So he decided not to interfere into novel cause as per the original story of novel, the main character killed the dragon and the ending was very good for the novel. So he thought he would return to his original world. But after Lee's death, the protagonist, he came to beginning of the novel world. But Kim thinks that it doesn't matter to him cause he should not interfere into this novel world. But after looking here and there that all this happened, he thinks to himself that what if all of this were to happen again? What if the Lee, the protagonist, were to die again? And what would happen to him? Will he ever return to his original world? Or if this whole novel world repeat itself and will he have to start from again? So this time Kim decided not to let the Lee protagonist to die in this timeline. Then suddenly a girl came and sat beside him, and Kim thought that it is the time that he should make friendship with the main character. So he decided to introduce himself to that girl. He said, "My name is Kim Seon Woo." Well, this girl looks like she is one of the main characters. She is the female lead. Her name is Yu Ara and she always comes to second place in second year, right after the Lee, who is the protagonist and the first position holder. And now Kim thinks he failed in introducing himself, while Yu Ara say that we don't know each other, so we shouldn't talk as we are not familiar with each other. You should look away from me. Kim reacts like he just got dumped, and there was an announcement that each grade representative to come on the podium to represent each of the class. So three people came to represent themselves, and among them, the first one was the second year rank 1 holder Lee Seo Jun, who is the protagonist of this novel. And then next comes the freshman top student. She also giving a vibe of female lead, but Kim says that she is giving a calculated smile to build a reputation and performance among the students. And the next one is the senior who had been at the first place for the past 3 years. And Kim thinks he doesn't know about him, so he must have small role in the novel. As all three of them were taking their oath, Kim noticed that the girl sitting behind him, Yu Ara, is in so much anger. Now Kim thought that it's a time to make a good impression in front of her, so he said that's a shame in front of her. And then she noticed him and say, "What are you talking about?" He replied to her in more pleasing way that you are more powerful than the Lee, who is the first place holder. You asked, have you ever seen them using their magic power? So he replied, he doesn't have seen them. So it's just that he can tell by just looking at them. He has the power to do, has a good intuition. She is like, are you messing with me? All of this made her even more angrier, so she asked him to not ever talk to him. Now Kim doesn't have any word to say to her, so while she was leaving, she warned him that she remember his name and he should also remember her name, that we should never met, and if we were to met, he should remember to never dare talk to her. And in this way, she left him, and the plan of making a good impression got also failed. Then new semester begins with an evaluation test to determine the ranking of the students. It is like a debut ceremony and everyone is worried about their scores for the ranking, but Arkem is in a very happy mood because he was about to be promoted to B rank in his previous life. So he thought to himself that he will score within the top 10. The freshman top student used her ice power to destroy all the experimental dolls for the evaluation test. Every student was so excited to watch this. Then there is entry of Uara, who shows her fireball power and explode every doll for the evaluation test, and this made every student to think that they are nothing, just bunch of kids in front of her. Then here is entry of the main protagonist Lee. When he came, he struck with his sword, and with his single strike he destroyed every doll. This made every student to cheer for him, but we can see the Uara reaction is full of jealous. But Kim knows that if the protagonist is not there, she is the one who is the most strongest in novel with her legendary powers. And there comes the Kim turn. As he was approaching on the stadium, then teachers start asking in which class he is. Then one teacher said that he is in my class, and last year he used the enchantment power, but this time he is switching to manifestation power. And after seeing his hand empty, it seems like he has been using manifestation power. But a teacher noticed something, that he is using compression manifestation technique, and it is a combination of a technique that first step is to manifestation and then next is to release that power, and it is used by a professional magician. Even Lee and Yuara were shocked to see this. And after manifestation, when Kim released his power to the doll, before it could reach the doll, it just vanished. It felt like it's just a zero damage attack. And everyone in the school for a second thought it was so serious, and the next second, everyone burst into laugh that how could someone be so funny. Now the whole school know who Kim is after this mess, and Kim is in shock that what just happened. His power didn't reach or react. Then suddenly a message pop up that his power is unlocked or the system has unlocked, which didn't happen in his previous life. And now he is even more in shock that what just happened. And later that night, when he came to his room, he realized something. Whatever has happened this time, that wake his system or power didn't happen in previous life, as he has grabbed attention of many people, As this was the first time that something had happened related to system, Kim was so shocked yet confused, so he started running here and there after watching this pop-up messages regarding outsider benefit. The protagonist Lee was even shocked that what kind of a person he is. He's such a funny person. And later, the more people are interested in him, the more famous he becomes, the more point he will get from this. As the system suggests, its name is Outsider Benefit and acquire these points by becoming famous through reputation system. In this system, the most appealing part is the arguably point shop where he can purchase trait, skill, or even item. For that, he needs point where he can earn by becoming famous, and in such a manner he becomes a clown. So he has a basic clown talent, but at that time, due to lack of mana, he failed to score good points and later become the clown of the whole school. Kim decided to see his current ability, so he says the word stat and he can see all the stat points he has at this moment. All the stat points he gained during his previous life has gone to basic reset level and he have to start from again. And now he remembers there are four type of magic in this world. First one is the enhancement, and the next one is the manifestation, and then there's the support magic, and the last one is the summoning magic. So our Kim has chosen the manifestation magic because it seems cool. So he just have to prioritize his mana so that he can gain more power for the manifestation, and later he gets a message where it says that he has gained points after becoming famous. And now Kim knows that the more people came to know about him, the more point he will get, and it will help him to buy more things from the shop. And later next window pop-ups that says the 400 people have watched him. So system rewarded him with the 2000 points, but he is shocked. Even in the whole school, not even this many students are there. How did so many people came to know? Later he came to know that there is a test video viral circulated on the VTube channel, and he gets embarrassing moment but also feels happy as he gets point and it is a good source. So he wonders if more points will come in, so he plans something with 100% success and do something on his phone. And on the very next day, when he walks in the school, as he passing through the corridors, everyone was talking about him that he was the person from the video last night, and everyone was talking about the single line S rank magician shocking scandal that went viral today, lol. And he became viral all over the internet. And later, as he himself planned and shared that video for the publicity, and later when he entered his classroom, everyone was talking that, oh, that's Kim Seung Woo, he came to class. And then there was a bully in the class. His name was Park In Won. He called him bastard, and he was funny yesterday that he showed his funny power yesterday, and his friend called he must have ran out of his mana. So they started making fun of him, and Park said that from now on your name will be idiot, and whenever I call you, you start running and come to me. Now Lee enters the class and asks them to stop this and don't bully the kids. And now Park say, are you playing hero here? And then he leaves as cause nobody want to mess with the top ranking Lee, who is the strongest in this class. And after Park and his bully friends leave the class, Kim was grateful to Lee who saved him from the bullies. Then Lee tells Kim that he knew about the video that has been circulated all over the internet about him, and it must have been quite embarrassing for him to endure all this. And at this point, Kim thought of a plan that he should get sympathy from Protagonist. So Lee also started consoling him that not to worry about such matters. As Lee said his bye and about to leave, Kim stopped him and asked him to take him this semester dungeon class. But Lee replies that why should he take Kim for the dungeon class? Kim tells that he has two big reasons for them to be in the same team. In this manhwa, we have covered 3 chapters till now. If you want more, comment in the comment section you want next part, and subscribe and hide this video. Subscribing this channel won't make your name appear in the abstain file, so please subscribe this.